And if you look at your own promotion and tenure criteria, it goes along the lines of reinforcing this individualistic approach, which of course is very difficult to work on transdisciplinary integrated solutions. So we're attempting to address this in a number of ways, and it's very interesting because we thought we were being unique, but one of the things that we have done is we're establishing parallel tenure and promotion structure. So we can't do away with tenure, of course, because it's a part of our university, but we're building a parallel structure whereby the contract between the incoming faculty member that we're hiring to work across disciplines and the various chairs and deans and provosts, there's literally, it's spelled out on paper, a contract that says, in order to achieve tenure and promotion, you must accomplish the following. It's quite rigorous, it's as rigorous as the tenure contracts, but in fact it's very specific about needing to publish multiple authorship. And in fact, those other authors need to be coming from other disciplines and other departments. It includes things like team research, demonstration that the research is actually team research, that you're working with others across disciplines, and community engagement. It builds it right into the contract. And so if you can imagine a parallel structure going down so that we don't, so that even while we are promoting the traditional approach to tenure and the disciplinary approach, we have an additional one for the individuals that are coming in to work across these disciplines. Engaging with the community. So most ASU faculty are quite comfortable with understanding that they must be part of the larger Phoenix community. But this, I have to tell you, falls short of accepting that external professionals have something to contribute to the research. So imagine what we're telling them. We're telling them that in order for the research results, in order for people who are making decisions and managing resources to actually use them, they have to play a role in creating them. And that maybe a water manager who works for the city of Phoenix, for example, or for Guayaquil for 20 years, that person knows something about water and managing water. And if a person is in the university studying water or water management inside of a university, that person also knows something about water. But those two knowledge sets are very different from each other, aren't they? And wouldn't we be better off if we come together and instead of one viewing the other as purely academic and therefore irrelevant, and the one seeing the other as experiential, not reproducible, it's just sort of contextual, therefore not knowledge. What if we had them come together? And and that is a struggle, it's a challenge, it's something that we really must do if we're looking at solutions. We can continue down our pathway of creating knowledge as we have up until now, but if we're really worried about the time frame that I believe we have, we need to be playing a role that is more immediate. And I would argue that our knowledge needs to be brought together. So our researchers are not comfortable with that yet. Those who have participated with the external non-university researchers, they were discovering really for themselves that generally managers will not actually use the information if they simply come up with a solution and then drop it on their desk and say, I'll be back after you've read my report. The cost of transdisciplinary research. Probably a detail, but an important one when talking about costs. So if you go beyond multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary approach of bringing faculty from different disciplines to teach in series. In other words, you have the, let's say, economics, environment, and engineering. There's a class that is involving all three. You have the economist show up on Monday. Tuesday comes the engineer. Wednesday comes the environmental professor. And ultimately, you hope the students can somehow put this all together because of the perspectives. That's one way, in fact. But if you're really going to advance beyond that approach to one that's fully transdisciplinary, and until we start graduating a few of these people. We won't have these people yet. Until then, the way that we need to address these challenges is by having an extraordinary amount of conversations between the people who are jointly teaching, and ideally, in fact, all 3 or 4 faculty showing up at every single day on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Imagine what that does. It increases the cost of the class by 3 to 4 times. So now it's costing us much more to actually deliver that product. The last one on my list is boundary spanning. So I've talked a little bit about that, but the linkage with the outside community is an ongoing challenge. The boundary function is a new one for a university. We're struggling to demonstrate value, that we should hire these people inside because they'd be working with the outside community. And frankly, academics don't really appreciate the value of the function, and most, I would argue, just know it's something they don't really want to do because they'd have to be giving up what they signed on to when they came into the university. So one approach that we've taken is something we call professor of practice, whereby we bring in people who have succeeded in many ways as academics have to achieve professorship within the academic system. So, but these people have done so outside of the university. So maybe they did spend 20 years managing water at the Arizona Department of Water Resources, and therefore know something that is of value to us, and we offer them what we call professor of practice. And it's a different kind of professorship, but it actually brings in a different knowledge set. And we believe, again, that towards solutions, we need that kind of knowledge. So I'm about to finish this talk, and I'm just going to leave you with this, because I didn't want to leave you with sort of, we've got all the answers by any means. In fact, as they say in the United States, the jury is still out. So at ASU, we've made considerable progress, I would argue. We've secured a leadership role in recognizing that ASU is advancing things in sustainability, but a lot remains to be done. In fact, even with our successes, and since my boss isn't here, I'll say that I frankly am not yet completely convinced that universities can make the cultural adjustments to be leading contributors to the field of sustainability science. I'm not convinced. I simply am not. Of course, we need sustainability solution options that are soundly based in research-based knowledge. But given the urgency of these circumstances and what you just saw a little bit ago about the climatic changes, universities just might not be capable of making the necessary adjustments in time to be of that much use. They just might not be. Let's accept that. I haven't given up yet. I don't think we should give up yet. But let's keep trying as though we aren't convincing ourselves that we're there yet. And I strongly believe that the complexities and uncertainties of the changes that we're facing, coupled with the rate of these changes, the institutions that will be best equipped to help society meet these challenges are ones that are flexible in nature and that can change and adjust faster than I would argue our U.S. universities presently can. So are we considering, should we be considering altogether different knowledge institutions?